The updated Regional Development Plan 2017 to 2022 is the first of four medium-term development plans that would contribute to the realization of Ambition Natin 2040 of a matatag, maginhawa at panatag na buhay para sa lahat. The RDP commits to the attainment of the 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda, the ASEAN full integration in 2025, and the President's 0 to 10 socio-economic agenda. It reaffirms its regional vision of establishing Northern Mindanao as the gateway and leading industrial core and trade center in southern Philippines. However, 2020 saw COVID-19 changing the socio-economic landscape of the country. Thus, a new strategic framework needs to be adopted to ensure that the country, including Northern Mindanao, will emerge as resilient and healthy, fully geared, and prepared for future health outbreaks and other challenges. To guide the region towards this vision, the plan lays down three development pillars and their support strategies. 6 years on and countless challenges that beset the region, let us have a closer look at how we fared in our commitments toward our desired goals. The region's economy expanded by 7.2% in 2022, faster than the 2021 growth rate of 6.3%. This is an indication of the region's further recovery from COVID-19 and resilience amid external headwinds. While its growth is lower than the national average by 0.41 percentage points, 12th among all regions in the country, and 3rd compared to Mindanao regions. Northern Mindanao's employment rate marginally increased by 0.38 percentage points from 95% in 2021 to 95.45% in 2022. However, the number of employed persons declined by 1.55 percentage points from 2.29 million in 2021 to 2.26 million in 2022. Quality of jobs also improved as underemployment rate eased by 0.62 percentage point to 13.65% in 2022. This indicates that the labor market gradually recovers from the impact of the COVID-19. The annual figure is substantially lower than the region's recalibrated end-of-plan target of 19 to 21%. Poverty incidence among population in Northern Mindanao increased to 26.1% from 23.1% in 2018, missing its recalibrated target between 23 to 25%. This translates to an increase of about 200,000 poor Filipinos in the region. Other poverty and subsistence rates also worsened over the same period due to the scarring effect of COVID-19 to incomes and livelihood. To the region's commitment to the 0 to 10 socio-economic agenda of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, 5 out of the 11 socio-economic agenda were achieved. Indicators for attaining peace and order are performing above targets, such as reducing criminalities and weakening communist insurgencies. The region made headway in sustaining Agenda 1 of attaining fast growth in the regional economy by 7.2%. With the safe and full reopening of region's economy, the region made a stride in achieving Agenda 2 of increasing its tax revenue collection. It also has noticeable achievements in Agenda 7 in promoting human capital development through improved health and education outcomes. In Agenda 9, the region improved social protection through the continuation of 4Ps, social pension, sustainable livelihood program, among others. On tracking SDG progress, the region has achieved most indicators in Goal 3 of promoting health, especially reducing maternal death and improving childcare. Education-related indicators are also performing better than targets, putting the region in better standing to attaining Goal 4. Conservation of protected areas allowed the region to perform better in Goal 15 of protecting, restoring, and promoting sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems. And finally, reduction of crime and promotion of peace and justice under Goal 16 are among the landmark achievements of the region. For our commitments to the Regional Development Plan 2017 to 2022 midterm update, under the pillars of enhancing the social fabric, we have the following chapters of the RDP. For ensuring people-centered, clean, and efficient governance, the region sustained efforts in enhancing transparency and accountability with 100% of local government units compliant with full disclosure policy, approved electronic statement of receipts and expenditures, and trained on the business permit and licensing system following EODB law. The LGUs also showed less dependency on internal revenue allotment, with 8.41% higher collection from local source in 2022. Among the hindering factors identified for the sector are the following. To ensure and sustain transparency and enforce accountability at all levels of government, the following priority action areas shall be institutionalized and sustained. In pursuing swift and fair administration of justice, the sector showed notable performances in increasing prosecution success rate, reducing caseloads per prosecutor, and increasing ratio of jail officers to persons deprived of liberty. Among the areas to be improved are the following. To ensure and sustain pursuit of swift and fair administration of justice, the following priority action areas shall be institutionalized. In promoting Philippine culture and values, while the region reported gains in increasing number of higher education program curriculum with the inclusion of IP and peace studies and number of tourists or visitors to local museums and cultural sites. Intensified efforts need to be done in lagging areas such as increased number of established cultural or tribal centers showcasing indigenous cultures, arts, crafts, and music increased. Number of local exhibits to display creative arts, number of festivals sustained, and number of local histories documented. Among the facilitating and hindering factors of the sector are the following. To promote Philippine culture and values, the region needs to focus on the following priority action areas. Under the pillar of inequality reducing transformation, the chapters of the RDP are the following. And expanding economic opportunities in agriculture, forestry, and fisheries. The agriculture, forestry, and fishing sector slowed down to 0.5% during the period. While it missed its planned target of 2.5 to 3.5%, it remained as the second biggest contributor to the country's total agricultural output in 2022, next to Central Luzon. The sector has sustained its growth amidst the pandemic. However, growth is slower due to the following factors. To expand economic opportunities in agriculture, forestry, and fishery, these are the following priority action areas. In expanding economic opportunities in industry and services through trabajo and negosyo, the industry sector missed its 8.5 to 9.5% target during the period, settling at 6.6%. Slowdown in the manufacturing of food products, beverage, and chemical products moderated industry growth. However, the service sector's accelerated growth of 10.1% more than offset the slower growth performance of the agriculture and industry sector. Among the facilitating and hindering factors are the following. To contribute to the expansion of economic opportunities in industry and services through trabajo and negosyo, the following priority action areas need to be pursued. In accelerating human capital development, promoting health and nutrition, as well as improving education outcomes are among the region's laudable achievements during the planned period, particularly in reducing maternal mortality and infant mortality, improving nutrition status with reduced prevalence of underweight, wasting, and stunting among under 5 children, increasing health capacity in available facilities and personnel, increasing cohort survival and completion rate. However, these are still areas the health sector needs improving. Among the facilitating factors supporting the sector are the following. To accelerate human capital development, the following priority action areas need to be pursued. in reducing vulnerability of individuals and families. Despite the rising threat of poverty, social protection sector continues to gain ground in ensuring individuals and communities achieve self-sufficiency and resiliency. Among its notable achievements are the following: more poor families assisted with CCT, achieved number of poor families graduated to self-sufficiency level, that is, families able to protect themselves from sliding back to poverty. More indigent senior citizens provided with social pension. More individuals received livelihood assistance. To further reduce the vulnerability of individuals and families, the following priority action areas need to be sustained. In building safe and secure communities, the region made headway in exceeding its housing needs during the plan period. However, access to affordable, adequate, safe, and secure shelter for all Filipino families, particularly the homeless and underprivileged, remains to be the region's priority. Thus, concerted efforts need to be done to address gaps in the following. In continuing to build safe and secure communities, the following action areas need to be pursued. In ensuring sound macroeconomic policy, the region met its tax collection target and performed better in its customs collections for the period, thanks in part to the safe and full reopening of the region's economy and adoption of tax reform measures. Other promising performances of the region can be seen in its growth in exports of goods and services and achieving domestic trade balance. However, inflation accelerated during the period from 3.9% in 2021 to 5.8% in 2022. Among the challenges and emerging development confronting the sector are the following. In sustaining sound macroeconomic policy, the following priority action areas shall be pursued. Under the pillar of increasing growth potential, we have the following chapters of the RDP. In reaching the demographic dividend, the region registered a total fertility rate of 2.10, a target it achieved in 2022. It indicates that there are 2 children born to every childbearing woman in the region, a reduction from 2.5 during the same survey period in 2017, and well within the replacement level fertility of 2. Still, efforts need to be done to address issues on rising unmet need for family planning, low contraceptive prevalence rate, and rising teenage pregnancy in the region. To attain the demographic dividend, the following action areas will be pursued. In advancing science, technology, and innovation, the sector continued to show a promising results with increased numbers and technologies adopted and intellectual property applications. Among the sector's development opportunity and challenges are the following. To vigorously advance science, technology, and innovation, the following priority action areas will be pursued. And under the cross-cutting and support strategies as foundation for other strategies to work, the following are the chapters of the RDP. In attaining just and lasting peace, the sector sustained its strong performance with most indicators under the chapter exceeding targets. Among its notable achievements are the following: 749 local peace engagements conducted, 17 guerrilla fronts of the CTGs dismantled, number of barangays cleared of CTGs increased, and 100% of LGUs with organized LTF-LCAC achieved. Among the challenges and hindering factors faced by the sector are the following. To sustain attainment of just and lasting peace, the following priority action areas shall be pursued. In ensuring security, public order, and safety, the crime situation in the region improved in 2022, and most indicators surpassed the end-of-plan targets. However, the region is confronted with the challenges of reducing number of children in conflict with the law and number of gender-based violence cases. To ensure security, public order, and safety, the following action areas need to be implemented. In accelerating infrastructure development, the region continued to shepherd high-impact and catalytic projects such as the infrastructure flagship projects and other region priority projects. Highlights of the sector's accomplishments include achieved 1,977 kilometers of paved roads, the highest among Mindanao regions. Number of sea passengers increased by 184%, or a total of 2.7 million passengers. Number of air passengers increased by 176%, or a total of 1.9 million passengers. 86.7% dependable capacity achieved, 6.7 percentage points higher than the target. Increased irrigation development at 68.9%, 2.2 percentage points higher than the target. All 93 cities and municipalities were already covered with cellular mobile telephone system, 32 temporary treatment and monitoring facilities, and 139 isolation units with 5,161 bed capacity were certified. 11 COVID-19 testing laboratories are operating in the region. Among the hindering and facilitating factors of the sector are the following. To continue accelerating infrastructure development, the following priority action areas shall be pursued. In ensuring ecological integrity, clean and healthy environment, the region has sustained its ecosystem functions and biodiversity for the past 6 years, evident in the reported increased forest areas cover from 28% to 35%. It also effectively sustained management of protected areas of 138,703 hectares. However, denudation persists despite sustained reforestation efforts of degraded forest lands. Climate change continues to challenge the sector in the years to come. To ensure ecological integrity, clean and healthy environment, the following priority action areas will be pursued. The year 2022 marked the end of the first base camp towards Ambition Natin 2040, which laid down the foundation for inclusive growth and resilient Northern Mindanao amidst the pandemic. Despite the gains and misses and the volatilities and risks, the region has emerged better prepared in the transition towards the next base camp. Thus, let us not lose track of the development path that was already identified and laid down for us through the next plan strategies and priority programs and projects that will steer the region to a higher growth trajectory. To do this, the region will take on this three-pronged approach. Develop and protect the capabilities of individuals and families. Transform the production sectors, agriculture, fishery and forestry, industry and services sectors, to generate more quality jobs and competitive products, and create or foster an enabling environment for business, government, and all constituents to grow, thrive, and adapt to this dynamic regional landscape. That captures our Region 10 2022 socio-economic performance and ways forward. Together, we came back stronger from the major setbacks of the COVID-19 pandemic, the natural disasters of 2021 and 2022, and the ongoing international geopolitical crisis. In closing, let us train our sight to our vision as a region. By 2030, we see Northern Mindanao as cementing its role as the international gateway, leading agricultural hub, and major industrial, tourism, and trade center in the Philippines by 2040, with empowered citizens enjoying comfortable lives and sustainably harnessing the region's agricultural and natural resources and cultural assets, while living in a harmonious, inclusive, smart, safe, and resilient environment. Daghang salamat as we commit to continue providing an enabling environment that nurtures the growth of every Filipino.